Back here at Joe's Coffee, and it's been an exciting sitting here on a cold morning. It's winter here in Truckee, California, and we're waiting for it to snow. So we're gonna go meet up with Brian Moss, who's training all of his dogs, his sled dogs, to go to the Iditarod. We have no idea how he trains them without snow, but we're gonna go find out. My name is Meg Kiihne, and I am 30 years old. I turned 30, I'm 30 and 1 month and 3 days. That's why my dog is reminding me in the back, yawning at me. I was born in a small town in Minnesota. I moved to Brazil when I was 10 years old, and my parents are kind of Californian, so I like to say that I can dance samba all night long, but because I have the California laid-back style, I do it in flip-flops. Because I'm a good Midwestern girl, I go home alone, and I'm normally the designated driver. Right now I'm in Lake Tahoe, and we are driving to Brian Moss to check out some sled dogs.
Transcend.
I'm Meg Kay, and I'm out here near Truckee, California, and we're by Prosser Dam, and we are here with Brian Moss, who is going to show us how he's training his sled dogs without snow. You've been here since 10 o'clock last night, is that correct, Brian?
Yeah, we did a 20-mile run last night. We started out about 10 o'clock at night and ran till about 4 in the morning.
Do you hook all 26 dogs? You have 26 with you here today.
Yeah, I have 14 on one team and I have 12 on another.
And how much weight is on that ATV, and how does that compare to the sled that you're training for?
Basically the weight, it's a lot more weight on the ATV, but it does roll. It has a little more resistance, probably about 1,000 pounds they'll pull. But once they get it going, it's no problem for them. And I use my brakes most of the time. We have to tie it off to a tree if we want to stop. They want to go no matter what.
Especially if you throw bones out in front to make them go faster, you're there braking the whole time.
Yeah, just a little squirrel.
You obviously just woke up, all the dogs are tied up and they're peeing over and over again on the tires, and they're trying to figure out, do they just do that over again and see whose tire is whose?
Basically, they just do it in any tree, any stick, any piece of dirt. Basically, we're always trying to give them broth. It's like a Gatorade, or we're always putting fluid in them. Last night they had 3 different broths where we stop and take snacks and give them. It's just fuel basically for them. So right now we'll give them a broth. It's just some water boiling up with some beef fat and some just ground beef.
Not bouillon cubes that we buy.
No,
it's the real McCoy.
It's real fat.
Where do you get this? Do you go to the supermarket and get their old bones, or?
Yeah, we get butchers give it to us.
Woo!
Different butchers in town.
They're not vegetarian again.
This is Elias, my son.
Hi, Elias.
Dirty face.
How long is this cable?
Probably about 30 feet. This is for 14 dogs.
For 14 dogs?
Yeah, so like the Iditarod would be like another 10 feet. I'd run 16.
16 dogs.
Yeah. This is what goes to their harnesses.
Cool. So
that's what they're pulling from.
Okay,
And then this goes to their collars.
Okay.
That keeps the two together and basically just keeps these guys behind. That's what got their collars, so when they're running it, they just can't back up or spin around. You'll see, I mean, they go forward. They don't want to go. It just keeps them from getting tanky. After the broth, you said you're gonna let me get on the ATV maybe a little bit and see how your team rolls, and what can we expect? Basically, once we start pulling them off the lines that they're on, they're going to start going crazy. We're going to harness them and hook them up to their lines, and they're going to be just pounding that thing and trying to go as hard as they can. We'll have the ATVs tied off to the tree. We'll have to stay on the brake a little bit to start out with. So I kind of got those dogs to start out with, and then I've been breeding them and training them.
How long has this been on your top goal list?
10 years I've been training for it. So I'm getting there. I'm getting really antsy. You got 2 more years to wait, though.
Yeah, well, maybe that's my long-term goal.
That's long-term.
I'm hoping by, I have to do it by then. We'll see what happens financially and everything else to maybe do it first, but I'm ready right now.
Yeah.
The dogs are ready. It's just a matter of everything else. Do a couple qualifying races this year.
They want to go. They're lighting that load right now. Dirty dogs.
No gas necessary.
No gas necessary. That's right. This is better than solar powered, dog powered. My dog and I are playing, which leads me into strangest, wackiest. It's not really strangest, wackiest things that ever happened to me. But last winter, we had only one really good storm system. It was a big dump of probably 4 feet, and it had just kept storming, so it was 80, 100 mile an hour gusts on the mountain, so nobody could go to the resort and go skiing. My friend George, otherwise known from the very famous movie Hot Dog as Slasher, the guy with the earphones on, and George has been a pro cyclist and a pro skier, and he blesses me with the opportunity to ski with him. And he said, hey, we're gonna go out and play in the backyard. We're gonna go skin up on our randonnée skis. All right, I'll come along, figuring we're just gonna play around in the fresh snow in the blizzard for an hour. And we got to the top and took our skins off, and couldn't feel my hands and started eating snow because I couldn't get to my water. And we go down to the first shuttle spot, and I'm kind of tingling and starting to get a little bit lightheaded, and go down the next stop, and our other friend Dave says, come on, you're fine. I said, I'm bonking. I'm bonking. We go down the next shuttle, and I sit down, and I just say, I want to go to sleep. And it was so incredible to me to have these ridiculously light and epic powder turns, and to be at the top of your game athletically and go up this huge mountain, and at the same time be completely complacent with giving up. And I thought in that moment, oh, this is what it's like to be on Everest, to be in a huge mountain, to complete that task, and yet to want to give up at the same time. And said, sit down, have some water, take your time. You're not going to sleep. And I did. But believe me, I gave George a piece of my mind when we got back to the cabin and said, I'm never going in your backyard for a little play around again.